Okay, buckle up because this is the kind of Florida real estate story that'll make you spill your iced coffee right into your HOA's pristine community pool. I know you're probably thinking, what does a Cracker Barrel survey for a college capstone have to do with a real estate meltdown? Well, honey, let me take you to the wildest left turn off I-95 you've ever seen, straight into chaos and betrayal in the heart of my so-called peaceful little neighborhood. So picture me, 22, overcaffeinated and barely holding on during my last semester at UCF. All I wanted was to finish my marketing capstone, get that diploma, and finally escape my mom's Boca Raton townhouse where the only thing louder than the peacocks was the HOA board arguing about mailbox heights. The assignment, create a creative brief for Cracker Barrel. No big deal, except it counted for half my grade. And girl, I needed survey responses, like yesterday. I posted my desperate plea everywhere. Facebook moms, groups next door, which is basically just Facebook for nosy old people, and finally our neighborhood's private WhatsApp chat. You know, the one that endless stream of lost cat photos and passive-aggressive complaints about garbage bins left out. I dropped both Google form links with a little heart emoji, hoping someone would take pity on me. The first ping came from Mrs. Donna across the street, the one who wears matching velour tracksuits with her Pomeranian and says things like back in my day every 5 minutes. She texted, "Sweetie, I'll help, anything for our future businesswoman," I thought, bless her heart. But what I didn't know was that by posting those surveys in that chat, I had thrown a match into a barrel of gasoline, Cracker Barrel gasoline, apparently. Because 30 seconds later, Mr. Rizzo, the board president and self-proclaimed neighborhood watchdog, replied, "Solicitation is not allowed per Section 7B of the HOA bylaws. Cue the fireworks." Within minutes, everyone chimed in. Half the neighbors were all let her finish college, while the other half started quoting outdated rules about advertising and personal gain on community channels. Then Mabel, known for reporting cars parked an inch over the sidewalk, accused me of trying to turn the whole block into a focus group so I could sell our data to Big Biscuit. I tried to explain, swear on my mother's banana bread it was just a college project, but it was too late. The seeds of drama were sown and sprouting like mold in an uninspected attic after a hurricane. That night, as I was stress-eating Publix cookies and doom-scrolling through survey responses, thanks to like 3 nice neighbors, my phone blew up again, this time with an official email from the HOA board. Subject line, "See solicitation notice." They were threatening me with a $125 fine for unauthorized commercial activity for a Cracker Barrel survey. I burst into tears, like ugly crying into my laptop, because if they find mom again, she'd lose her mind. Last time she got fined, it was for planting marigolds instead of approved hydrangeas, and she still brings it up at every family dinner. But here's where it gets spicy. The next morning, my phone rings at 7 a.m., way before even the birds have started their daily squawking contest, and it's my best friend Shelby from down the street. She whispers like we're in a spy movie, "Girl, did you check Facebook?" Turns out someone had screenshotted my survey plea and posted it on the Boca Raton Real Housewives Facebook group with the caption, "College scam alert." Now total strangers were debating if I was using fake homework to fish credit card numbers or recruit people for some pyramid scheme involving cornbread mix. Meanwhile, survey responses actually started pouring in, but they were all jokes or full-on troll jobs. One guy wrote that he'd only eat at Cracker Barrel if they brought back smoking sections and installed slot machines in every booth. Another said he wanted gravy-scented candles or nothing at all. My professor emailed to say some of my survey responses were unprofessional and asked if I'd gotten permission from all participants to collect data. I wanted to scream into a Cracker Barrel rocking chair, but wait, it gets worse. Mom comes home from her tennis league looking like she'd seen a ghost, or maybe just Mrs. Donna's dog wearing sunglasses again. She drops her racket and goes, "Did you post some survey online? Because Mr. Rizzo just called me personally." Apparently, he told her that if I didn't retract my commercial solicitation, they'd escalate to legal action. Legal action over pancakes. Even worse, Mom's friend from church claims she overheard 2 realtors at Starbucks talking trash about me, saying that this is why young people shouldn't be allowed to live in gated communities unless they understand the rules. One of them even joked about putting us on an unofficial blacklist for being problem residents. Shelby texted me screenshots from Nextdoor now showing posts warning neighbors not to click any links from students, comparing it to those Nigerian prince scams but with more biscuits involved. Panic mode activated. I drafted a groveling apology letter to the HOA board explaining it was just for school, not profit, and begged them not to fine us or call their scary lawyer cousin Vince again. Yes, he once threatened legal action against a Girl Scout troop over unauthorized cookie sales. But before I could send it, Donna knocks on our door with cookies and gossip hotter than July asphalt. She tells me that Mabel has been secretly saving screenshots of all neighbor group chats in case she ever needs evidence of misconduct against anyone for anything, even overdue library books. And get this, Mabel forwarded all our WhatsApp drama directly to the State Real Estate Commission because she thought my survey was actually some kind of illegal marketing scheme cooked up by local agents. That afternoon, as thunderclouds rolled in classic Florida, Mom gets an official-looking letter hand-delivered by some teenager in flip-flops who bolts away before we can ask questions. Inside is an invitation or maybe summons, to attend an emergency HOA hearing about violations concerning commercial solicitation and possible breach of community trust. Community trust? From a Google form, word travels faster than hurricanes down here, let me tell you. By dinner time, everyone knew, including Pastor Mike at church, who called Mom to pray over our house because apparently we're now suspected cyber criminals running a breakfast food Ponzi scheme. The next day dawns sticky hot as usual, but 10 times more awkward because people cross the street when they see me walking my dog, as if I'm going to try selling them illegal bacon coupons or something. The emergency HOA meeting is pure theater. Think reality TV, but no one is attractive and everyone's mad about shrubs. Mr. Rizzo reads aloud every single group chat message like he's auditioning for Judge Judy, while Mabel glowers at me like I'm an actual felon. I try to defend myself with trembling hands. It wasn't for money, it was just data collection for college. But then Mrs. Kowalski pipes up from behind her mask. She wears too because you never know. If we let one student do this, soon we'll have TikTokers filming pranks by the pool. Suddenly Donna stands up, tracksuit shining under fluorescent lights, and yells, "Let the girl finish school." If you people spent half as much time helping your neighbors as you do tattling on them, we wouldn't need all these dumb rules. A few people clap, most scowl harder. In classic Florida fashion, tempers flare until someone mentions lawyer cousin Vince again, which sends everyone scurrying back into their shells like angry crabs after low tide. We leave with no resolution except another threat. If there are any more violations or data breaches, Mom could face daily fines until graduation or until we move out entirely. And then things take a turn so wild you'd swear it came straight out of Jerry Springer's Florida Special Edition. The next morning, there's police tape across Mrs. Kowalski's mailbox. Don't worry, not a crime scene. Turns out someone put anonymous flyers in everyone's mailbox warning about dangerous digital solicitors using surveys to steal identities, and signed them a concerned neighbor. Shelby calls shrieking because someone posted yard signs at both entrances saying "Protect our neighborhood, no pancake scams allowed," complete with clip art of angry waffles chasing laptops down Palmetto Lane. Realtors start gossiping even harder, now saying our house might be flagged as high risk on Zillow due to suspected cybercrime activity. Some even speculate we'll have trouble renewing homeowners insurance next year because our address is associated with digital fraud, all thanks to Mabel's crusade. Meanwhile, I'm getting emails from random strangers claiming they'll only fill out my survey if I PayPal them $20 or promise them unlimited hash browns for life. Which honestly sounds like extortion, but also tempting given how desperate I am at this point. Mom has an absolute meltdown after finding out she's been uninvited from Mrs. Kowalski's bridge night and lost her spot at tennis league, all because people think we're running some kind of underground breakfast operation. Donna tries to organize a counter-protest, justice for college kids, but only 3 people show up, and one just wants directions to Cracker Barrel anyway. At this point, Shelby starts sending fake texts pretending to be famous TikTokers offering legal advice. "Hey bestie, if your HOA tries anything shady, just hit M with that cease and desist energy." We laugh until we cry, but deep down I'm terrified this will end up ruining not just graduation, but Mom's entire life savings if they keep piling on fines or start litigation over nothing. One realtor leaves an anonymous voicemail telling us our property value will drop 50K if this keeps up, even though Zillow says otherwise. And another warns us not to bother applying for any new rentals nearby because word is spreading fast among property managers about the pancake scam house. Shelby finally convinces me to go full Florida petty. We draft sarcastic thank you cards addressed to concerned neighbors, thanking them for their vigilance against dangerous flapjack-based fraudsters, and mail them out anonymously, just to stir the pot. But then Mabel catches wine that Donna helps stuff envelopes and threatens legal action against her too, for aiding and abetting digital solicitation. Now there's talk of dragging half the block into small claims court over emotional distress caused by Google Forms. Meanwhile, Mom sits sobbing over her bank statements, convinced every anonymous robocall is secretly cousin Vince serving us papers about syrup-related property damage or something equally ridiculous. Then Shelby texts me late one night. Her neighbor heard through his cousin who works at City Hall that someone filed a formal complaint against our address. Not just with local authorities, but with the state attorney general's office claiming we're masterminds behind some massive phishing scheme using Cracker Barrel's name as cover. Days pass in tense silence, broken only by Donna smuggling us Tupperware full of sympathy casserole through our back gate, while Mom nervously checks her email every 5 minutes for new threats or fines or foreclosure notices, which aren't coming, but try telling that to her anxiety. Suddenly I get an email from someone claiming they're Cracker Barrel corporate legal. At first I'm sure it's another prank, until they reference details only someone on the inside would know about my project proposal submitted through university channels. They want a meeting with me and university officials ASAP, something about protecting their brand image and investigating potential misuse of trademarks in local communities. Now Mom's convinced we'll be sued by an entire national restaurant chain and lose our house. And Donna insists she knows someone who can help, but only if we pay him exclusively in gift cards. I wish I were joking. So here we are, finals week approaching. Half the neighborhood thinks we're criminal masterminds, Realtors are gossiping nonstop. Mom's social life is in shambles. Mabel is prepping binders full of evidence, and I'm staring down potential legal action from both my own neighbors and Cracker Barrel corporate HQ, all because of 10 dumb survey questions posted on WhatsApp during one sweaty Boca Raton afternoon. And just when I think things can't possibly get any wilder, I get another email. This time CCing not just Cracker Barrel lawyers but also local law enforcement and University Ethics Board. The subject line: Urgent action required, investigation launching.